Hey there film fans, today I'm going to talk to you about Seth Rogen's new adult animated comedy, Sausage Party, which is jobs for the boys. So we've got Seth Rogen, James Franco, Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, Kristen Wiig, Danny McBride, Paul Rudd, Edward Norton, etc. The plot is that there's some food that lives in the supermarket. They believe that the humans are gods and that they're going to take them to the great beyond, which is a kind of paradise. Unfortunately, some doubts start to come in as to whether there really is this promised land outside. Eventually, a hot dog sausage called Frank starts to wonder whether there is actually any truth to this belief in the great beyond. And I guess we kind of all know what happens to food, so yeah. So I'm not the biggest Seth Rogen fan. I can't think of a film I particularly enjoyed him in since The 40-Year-Old Virgin. But this film is really popular, and I wanted to like it more than perhaps I did. This is kind of hard to explain, but the problem I have with Seth Rogen is, aside from that he swears all the time, which I think kind of means that the swearing has no comedy impact because it's not timed or anything, it's just used so frequently that it loses its meaning, which removes the comedy to some extent for me. Aside from that, I don't like his stoner humour particularly, because the only people that find doing pot funny are people who've never done pot and therefore don't really understand what the effects will be. Teenagers, because they haven't quite got past it yet and it's still a novelty, and people who are currently stoned. So I guess if you're any of those, you might enjoy it slightly more than I did. I know this makes me sound like a fuddy-duddy killjoy, but yeah, I just don't find pot as funny as he does. I didn't hate This Is the End, but that was heavily criticised for being in-jokey and cliquey with his gang of buddies, and I feel that this criticism could be raised again in this. I love Kristen Wiig, so it's nice to have her in. I mean, there's a lot of great people that I really like in the cast. I obviously love Jonah Hill, although he isn't in it that long. I love Kristen Wiig from all her work, Paul Rudd, Edward Norton. There's just something a bit weird about some 30 to 40-year-old men writing comedy for teenagers. That said, the things it did most remind me of are the Lego Movie, which obviously isn't very sweary and is aimed at kids, in the fact that there's this kind of quest that takes them through different zones, plus the ending is reminiscent to me of the Lego Movie, but also of South Park, Bigger, Longer and Uncut and Team America, which really just know how to do adult humour. They're able to use swearing effectively to me and drug jokes, and they're also able to take a moral and find a meaning in an effective way for me. I just really love South Park. But the thing for me as well is that I really like the concept and I wanted it to be good and I wanted to find it as funny as everyone else did, because it seems to be really popular, so I really wanted to go in and laugh, and I didn't. And neither did the rest of the cinema though. I mean, a few weeks ago I went to see Mike and Dave Have Wedding Dates, which didn't do well in the cinema, but the audience was in hysterics pretty much solidly, and in this one I heard the odd giggle and that was really it. Aside from the concept, you know, there are some good kind of food jokes that are generally like almost background puns. There's a good bit of Meatloaf singing Meatloaf, and the animation's really good, and the transitions from one scene to another scene are quite slick and good. The pacing's quite good, it doesn't make me feel bored at any point. There are some kind of interesting points raised, but to me it just lacks the strength of writing of something like South Park, which just does it better. All in all, it was okay, I wasn't bored, but I was frustrated that it wasn't cleverer and funnier. I feel like it would have done really well as a short YouTube video or something, but it just felt like it extended the joke a little too far, or there wasn't enough to back it up. I'm sorry guys, I wanted to laugh and I didn't laugh as much as I wanted to. But what about you guys? I know a lot of people have loved it. Have you enjoyed it more than me? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be having my review of Woody Allen's Cafe Society up soon. See you later guys.